Yo, what's up, peeps? Welcome back to the 5th episode of Metronome Wars. And we're using the legendary team again, except I'm using my opponent's team and my opponent is using my team. So I send out Mewtwo and Arceus, and my opponent sends out Giratina and Kyogre. Alright, let's see what they get. So Mewtwo uses Metronome, and he gets Tri-Attack, which is a decent attack. It has decent power, even though it did like nothing to Kyogre. Kind of hoping for a burn or something right there, but whatever. Then Arceus uses Dragon Pulse, gets a critical hit, does a lot of damage. I just really wish it hit Giratina. That would have done a lot more. Then Giratina uses Skill Swap, which is really pointless because they both have the exact same ability. Like trading pressure for pressure, like that's the best skill swap ever. Then Kyogre uses Hidden Power. Not sure what Hidden Power it is. I'm just gonna go with Hidden Power Grass. That's what I'm going to assume what it is. So then Mewtwo uses Clamp, and I don't know how he could clamp somebody. Maybe with his mind or something. I don't know. It's too confusing to actually figure it out. So then Arceus uses Arm Thrust. More like knee thrust, so like smacks him in the face with his knee and knocks out Kyogre. The Kyogre just falls and dies. Then Giratina uses Nature Power, and it turns into Seed Bomb. You just hit Mewtwo right in the face with a bomb. How could you, Giratina? You're a jerk. So he's taking damage from Clamp, etc., etc. So then she sends out Palkia. And you just mashing the A button. But we still can't predict the outcome of the battle. The Mewtwo uses Roleplay, which is really pointless because, like, Mewtwo, you already have the pressure ability. Why do you want to copy it? Anyways, then Arceus uses Sleep Powder and puts Palkia to sleep. Sorry if I yawn too much. Then Giratina uses Revenge. It did absolutely nothing. It would do more damage if Giratina got hit on the same turn and stuff, and you know what it does. You know what it does.
Well, both corners still have a chance to win this. Who's going to take the glory?
The Mewtwo uses Thunderbolt. Does nothing to Giratina. This Giratina is really defensive, both physically and specially. Then Arceus uses Icicle Spear, and it hits Palkia. It only hits him twice, unfortunately, but it doesn't really matter because Icicle Spear is not that strong of an attack anyways. I'm bored. So then Giratina uses Parasong. I had no idea where that came from. And this battle is around 21 minutes, so I might have to cut this in 2 parts, like I did with episode 3. Stupid Parasong is making the battle drag on longer. It extends the battle by like 10 seconds. Then Mewtwo uses Night Slash. He basically just punches Palkia right in the balls. Even though the Palkia is a genderless species, but you know, I'm just trying to be funny, okay? So then Arceus uses Meditate and raises his attack and his... oh wait, never mind. Then Palkia wakes up and decides to join in the action, and then Palkia uses Sandstorm, which is going to extend the battle even further. My god, Palkia, you're a freaking jerk. Then Giratina uses Leaf Blade and finishes off Mewtwo.
It couldn't take it. It's down.
And so the Sandstorm's raging. They all take damage from it, and it just extends the battle by like a minute, and that really gets annoying. And then the Parasong countdown goes down, and that extends the battle even longer. And I am like really never mind. So I send in Rayquaza to disable Sandstorm's effect so that they don't take damage from it. And so she switches in Palkia and sends out Lugia. And she also switches in Giratina and sends in Groudon. Yeah, gets rid of the sun. Gets rid of the Sandstorm. Then Arceus uses Future Sight. Well, he's a god. He can definitely see into the future. Then Rayquaza uses Bullet Punch. It actually did a lot. It actually did a lot more than I expected. Anyway, I had the Parasongs going down. So Arceus is gonna die next turn if I don't switch him in, which I really don't care if he does die, because this is just all about fun and stuff. It's not about winning, it's about fun. Then Arceus uses Heart Swap, which is really pointless because like it swaps your stat changes. Like if Groudon got like +2 attack, then Arceus would also get +2 attack. Then Lugia uses Bide, and Rayquaza uses a double team. Like there. What now? Yeah, it's not fun being fighting against a double team user, is it, huh? Yeah, it's not fun. The Groudon uses Night Slash and does a lot of damage to Rayquaza. So Arceus dies because of the Parasong. And why do you want to keep yawning? Arceus got sick of my yawning and just decided to die. I'm so sorry, Arceus. So then I send in Regigigas, or Regikickass, as like some people like to call him. Lugia is storing up his Bide. Then Rayquaza uses Poison Bag. Oh my god, well, I just did wake up as I'm recording this, so I'm probably gonna be yawning a lot. Then Groudon uses Dragon Rush, which would have been devastating if it hit Rayquaza, but thankfully it missed. So then Regigigas uses Psybeam. It does absolutely nothing to Lugia. Not only does it have resistance, but Regigigas has low special attack, and Lugia has really high special defense. And Lugia gets hit by the Future Sight and doesn't do all that much. So Rayquaza is spinning around roaring, and Regigigas is showing off his awesome power, even though his crappy abilities is activated. And then Lugia uses Bide, and it does absolutely nothing. Rayquaza uses Eruption. It does more damage the more HP the user has, but since Rayquaza had really pretty low HP, it did like 1 damage to both of them. Then Groudon uses Spikes, which kinda sucks. Regigigas uses Clamp. At least he gets an attack that Groudon is weak to. And stuff. Balls. Groudon's like roaring all over the place like he's saying, "What the hell? Where did that clam come from?" Then Lugia uses Metronome and he gets Magnet Bomb and finishes off Rayquaza. So Rayquaza's spazzing all over the place and he tries to fly but then he falls and crashes into the ground and dies. The Groudon uses Parasong. Like, oh my god, Parasong again? Do you want the Battle of the Dragon longer, you piece of crap? I'm kidding. Groudon is not a piece of crap. Groudon is awesome. Now I use Astonish, I got a critical hit. Would have been a bit more useful if it hit Lugia. Because Lugia is somehow, for some reason, a Psychic type when he should be a Water type. They probably made him a second flying type so that he wouldn't have a ×4 weakness to electric. But Ho-Oh is a fire flying type and has a ×4 weakness to rock. Come on, Game Freak. Like, seriously, don't blame the publishers, blame the designers. Nintendo is the publisher, Game Freak is the designer. So then I send in Ho-Oh. And so yeah, it's Lugia versus Ho-Oh. How awesome could it get? So then Lugia uses Mirror Shot. It does like 1 damage, does like 5 damage to Ho-Oh. And Ho-Oh uses Stockpile, which raises his defenses, which I guess is okay because Ho-Oh doesn't have the greatest defenses. And Groudon uses 1 hammer. Basically just slaps Regigigas and does a lot of damage and knocks him out. But Groudon also gets knocked out from the Life Orb recoil. Oh wait, no, he got knocked out by the 1 hammer recoil. Never mind. So they both go down. So I send in my last guy, which is Dialga. And he's in a timer ball. Like, how fitting is that? Dialga, the ruler of time, inside of a timer ball. Then she sends out Giratina.
Well, both corners still have a chance to win this. Who's going to take the glory?
And this battle is about halfway over. We're at 13 minutes, and there's like, the battle is like 21 minutes, so might have to cut this into 2 parts. So then she switches into Lugia, sends in Palkia. So Ho-Oh uses Double Edge. Basically just flies over, tackles Palkia, and does quite a bit of damage to him. But Ho-Oh takes a lot of recoil damage. Then Dialga uses Sleep Powder and puts Giratina to sleep.
It fell asleep.
I'm sorry for the yawning again. I just did wake up and stuff. So Palkia uses Ember, which is probably like the 2nd weakest fire attack. The weakest fire attack is Fire Spin. Then Palkia gets knocked out from the Life Orb. Then Ho-Oh uses Metronome, and he uses Drill Peck, which is pretty good because he gets an attack that he is the same type as, and finishes off Giratina.
It's down.
So Giratina goes down. Then Dialga uses Metronome, and he uses Blizzard, but there's no target. So, like, it caused a blizzard for no reason, Dialga. Now thousands of people are gonna freeze and die. Thanks a lot, Dialga. So we're both down to our last two guys, so it's Ho-Oh and Dialga versus Lugia and Darkrai.
Despite being at a disadvantage, will this turn the tide of the battle?
So Darkrai uses Metronome, and he gets Reflect, which raises their physical defense, which is really bad because Lugia is basically become a complete wall if he gets light screen up. Then Lugia uses Fire Fang, just bites Dialga and actually did quite a bit of damage to him. Then Lugia is pretty close to dying. So then Ho-Oh uses Drain Punch. Like, you can't punch. You don't have any hands. How can you punch somebody? That makes no sense. That's why I restore a little bit of HP. The Dialga flinches from the Fire Fang, unfortunately. At least he did not get burned. That would suck if he got burned. Then Darkrai uses Stone Edge and completely destroys Ho-Oh. I'm like, ah, come on. Like Ho-Oh got destroyed. Like, seriously. Then Lugia uses Rain Dance. I guess he wants to make it rain or something. So Dialga uses Refresh, but it fails. I forgot what Refresh does, but whatever. So Darkrai uses Metronome, and he gets Bug Bite. Darkrai doesn't even have a visible mouth. How can he bite somebody? I've also never seen that move in PBR before. Then Lugia uses it. So then Lugia basically farts, and a bunch of white smoke comes out. Looks very weird. Then Dialga uses Vice Grip and finishes off Lugia. Oh, never mind. He doesn't finish him off, but he's close to finishing him off. So Dialga is almost dead.
Dialga desperately holds on.
Then Darkrai uses Knock Off. He knocks off my Life Orb, so I won't take recoil damage from it, which is pretty useful. Except I won't be doing as much damage though, but whatever. Then Lugia uses Fury Swipes, and I've never seen Lugia attack like this before. Like, that's just so weird how he attacks, like, seriously. Like, he just, like, pimp smacks Dialga a bunch of times. Then Dialga uses Stun Spore, which paralyzes Darkrai, which is pretty useful because Darkrai is I believe is the fastest ghost, not ghost, he's the fastest dark type, excuse me. Then Lugia uses Heart Swap, which is pretty pointless. And then Dialga uses Energy Ball, and I finish off Lugia. So now it's just Dialga versus Darkrai, just like in the movie, except all we need now is Palkia, except he's dead. So the Reflect wears off, So I'm kind of hoping I get like a water attack or something, because, you know, water attack's more powerful in the rain. Then Dialga uses barrier, which raises my defense, except it doesn't matter, doesn't really matter because like Dialga's almost dead. He has like 9 HP left, so that's kind of pointless for him to use. So Dialga uses high jump kick. Like I got really lucky right there. Like if Dialga missed that, I would have been screwed. So yeah, Darkrai gets kicked in the face and dies, and like that wasn't even a high jump kick. That was like a high horse thingy, pimp kick or whatever. I don't know. See you guys in the next episode of Metronome Wars.